It's natural to grieve pets just like family members. Approximately 67% of American households own pets. Whether it's a dog, cat, gecko, gerbil, or goldfish, many of us go through the process of making friends and growing up with animals that we love. Owning pets is great for kids' development, and they can help all of us cope when we face life's difficulties. Unfortunately, there is one part of having a pet that requires a coping process of its own: the eventual death of our little friends. It's a part of life. Many of us experience it first as children, and the loss can really help us understand the grieving process. But grief for lost pets doesn't happen only when we are young. For anyone, at any stage of life, losing a pet is quite difficult. They provide unconditional love that transcends daily hardships. Pets don't care about your money, your relationships, or human trivialities. We form emotional bonds with pets, and when they die, the grief can be as deep as losing any human loved one. To stay up to date with latest top stories, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video. In either case, there are ways to pick ourselves up and work through the grief in a healthy way that allows us to continue with our lives. The first step is acknowledging the grief and letting ourselves experience it. Sometimes that means having a good cry. Crying stimulates endorphins and gives us a physical way to express the pain of grief. A lot of people think of crying as taboo, but this would be a mistake. It might be just what the doctor ordered, so we can let go and take the edge off. The way our pets die can also impact the grieving process. If they pass from natural causes, the pain of grief can be intense, but it may be easier to handle. If our pet had a medical condition or died in old age, we can be better prepared for the loss. But if the pet died from a tragic event, it's common for the pet owner to feel a sense of guilt. Did I cause this? Could I have prevented this? This is a normal occurrence in the context of grief. The phases of grief include shock, denial, bargaining, guilt, anger, depression, and acceptance. When we frame how we're feeling as an expected phase in our grief cycle, we can more easily make peace with it. It's also a good idea to express how we feel by doing something productive and positive in the pet's memory. How soon is too soon? What about getting another pet to replace the one that died? Is it a good idea to get one right away? This really depends on the individual and his or her mourning process. Some people may need the affection and comfort from a new pet quickly, while others may do better with some time to heal. The really troublesome issues with mental wellness start to take hold when our grief won't go away. When it's hard to shake the pain of grief and it begins to interfere in our daily life, pet owners shouldn't hesitate to reach out for professional mental health guidance.